So let's do this thing and get her done, get on with our weekend. All right, here we go. All right, so we're starting with the jog. Light on your feet. Two more here. All right, pulse it out for 3, in for 1. Here, 3, in for 1. Good, warming up nicely. 2 more here. All right, walking it out to that plank again. Nice and even. The music. I must have skipped a move. That's okay. We'll do a few more of these. Balance it out. Good. Let's do 2 more here. 1 more here. Good. All right. Step touch here. Hit your fan. Grab a little sip. How are we doing so far? Check, check. This is working. All right. First 4 moves. We've done this one many, many times. Ladder run. GD. Little heel tap. That can be a plie. Okay. Side to side, floor hops. Final move, ski for 3 and skate side to side for 2. All right? You know it. All right, here we go, ladder run. So your pace, in and out of that ladder. Try not to trip on your ladder. Lift your feet a little bit. Good, 2 more here. All right, genie arms over here. Okay, soft landing, nice tight core. Again, option here, little squat plie. Drag that heel in towards that other leg. So, lower impact option, or here. Almost there. Okay, hands down, side to side, floor hop here. So as soon as you land, hop it back up, or little step side to side in that high knee. So, make it work for you. Almost like you're kicking up into a sort of a handstand, but never getting there. Good. Ski for 3 and skate it for 2. Good. So take up a little room. Grab hold with those arms. Good, almost there. Good, last set. Woo! Awesome. All right, take this recovery time. Grab a little sip. Keep your feet moving. All right, set 2. Back to that ladder run. Out in nice and strong. All right, here we go, crank it up. Good, a little more lift. Good, genie. Something like this. Good, so you can go a little crazy or take a little breath, break, mix them up. Good, last 2. Good, hands down, side to side. Floor hops. So as soon as you land, you can push right back up. Woo! pull. Good, last set. Turn this up, turn this up. All right, final set. So your best, keep your feet moving. Ladder run, all out speed. Here we go. Good, crank it up. Good, Jeannie. Good, so toes are pointing out a little bit. Soft landing. Good, last set. Hands down, side to side. So engage that core. Catch your breath by tapping side to side. Good, last set. Skate it here for 3. Good, skate it for 2. Almost there. All right, here's your power. Broad jump. 2 hops back. So, swing those arms. Stick the landing. Exhale. 2 hops back. Now, lower impact. V-step into a squat. So here, deep squat. So mix them up. That's halfway. Almost there. Good, one more here. Good. All right, catch your breath. Let's grab a little sip. How we doing? All right. So we're moving on to block 2. This is actually from round 22. So we're going to pulse that lunge back for a 3 into 1 knee up to start. So of course we're changing our focus from cardio to strength on block 2. Reverse lunge, big step back. Here we go, 3 back. Good, 1 knee up here. So pulsing this knee over your ankle. Heel up to the back of your leg or glute area. All right, beautiful. Bring it down to a tricep push-up here. So we're here. Now, I like to do one leg up option here. If you want to do one of these, and then one knee, one and then one knee. I always thought this was a little awkward. So I'm just going to focus on my tricep dips. All right, bring it over. It's a plank here. Pop it into a squat punch. Pop out in, dig your heels in. So we're staying low. Wrists right under your shoulders. Pop out in, punch. Good, one more here. Good. Bring it down to a low plank. I'm grabbing my towel. So we're in your forearms. Okay, so we've got one leg only is pulsing. So pick a leg. And we're just going to pulse one side here. Keeping everything down, even. Just a little squeeze, lift. Almost there. Woo! Since we're here, let's drop your knees. Oh, get that amazing stretch here. Feels so good. Ah. Okay, great. So I'm going to leave my towel in the vicinity. I'll just move it up here a little bit. How are we doing so far? Okay, left leg is going to pulse back for 3. Here we go. Or opposite knee than you did in the first set. And only you know what that is. Okay, drop it down. One knee up. Okay, nice and strong. Little balance. Good. Tricep dips here. So if you happen to like what I described before with that knee tap, go for it. I'm just going to stay with this. I've got my other leg up. Fingertips are facing my toes, my feet. So your elbows are headed behind you. Good. Flip it over. Plank to that squat punch. So nice and even. Popping in. Punch. Out, in. You can take these slower. Walk out, walk in. Then I'm going to go here. Good, one more. Good. All right, back to those forearms. Here. Other leg. Now, we're here. Lift and squeeze. Keep it up if you can for the whole thing. This side feels harder to me. So keeping it even, just a little pulse with that leg. Almost there. Good, last 2. Good, drop those knees. Ah. Amazing stretch here. All right. Doing great. Already at our last set. Curl it in. All right, so let's amp this one up. 3 legs, 3 pulses back. Here we go. So here, 3, block I was dreaming of. Wide, wide burpee. Hop out in wide, hop in to 2 crisscross jacks. Okay, you know it very well. Then we've got our soccer juggle, lateral scissor runs to that T-hop, which is really fun. All right, so here we go. Wide burpee out in here and 2 crisscross. Now, if the burpee is not for you, you can stay right here. Okay? Good. So do what's good for you. Good. Soccer juggle, meaning heel, heel, just knees. You can do a little knee lift on Peachtree. I was with Dimitri. Good. Almost there. All right, we're gonna scissor 4 to the right. Here we go. 4 and 4. So arms coming up, shoulder height. We're almost there. Last set. All right, so right foot down, left foot up. Let's start with this hop forward and back. Now, if that's not good for you, you can stay with both feet. But let's add that forward and back and side. Lift it if you can. Nice tight core. So 1 leg only for now. Okay, last set. Okay. Great. Just 2 more sets. Getting there. How are we doing? Rosemary, hopefully your transmission is good. All right. Wide burpee to crisscross for 2. Here we go. a little bit. So, final set, best set. Fly burpee, here we go. 2 crosses. Good. Stop the juggle, meaning try to get up a little higher. This is it. I don't think anyone's gonna pick this one for the dig deeper. Just a feeling. Good. Scissors here for 4. Good, we're almost there. All right, pick the leg for that T-hop. So I'm going up right, not shy. We'll switch on the next one. 4 more here. Last 2. Good. Okay, other leg up, front side. Good, last 2. All right, here's our power. Jump up here for 4. Side to side for 4. Good, back it up. Take up a little more room. Circle. Good, that's halfway. Crank it up. Almost there. Good, last set. Woo. All right, beautiful. Now I'm here to give you the high 5, but it doesn't come yet. You can take an extra. All right, so keep your feet moving. We've got to pick our dig deeper moves. So, what did we like, if anything? Don't be shy, shout out your ideas. Perfect. Ski for 3, skate for 2. I love it. I definitely would have picked that one. What else? Anything else, you guys? So you guys, oh, scissors, nice. 4 and 4. Beautiful. All right, so that last one, let's see, it's got to be from block 2 then. What do we do? All right, so let's skate for 3 and skate for 2. Good. Good. So, sorry. Skate for 3, skate for 2. Good. Grab pull. So go at your pace. Good. I probably, that's halfway. From block 2, I would probably pick other choices are maybe a lunge. We can do that in the end. Good, let's scissor for 4. Good. Arms coming up, shoulder height. Doing amazing, we're almost there. What other way to start the weekend? Good, that's halfway. So lunges, tricep push-ups, or tricep dips. Oh, no wonder my move didn't make sense. I did a dip. It was supposed to be a tricep, I see now. Different move, so sorry. All right, so here we go. We're here. Plank, lock it in, squat punch. Now again, do reverse lunges. Do some tricep push-ups if you feel chipped. Makes perfect sense. That's halfway. So I was wondering, why doesn't the dip go with the knee tap? And I realize now, because I wasn't in that tricep push-up, I was in a tricep dip. Good, last set. Woo! Now we got this guy. All right, great job. Let's move on to some abs and core. We're gonna actually start standing for that hammer kick. So, little balance. Arms are gonna come down, leg comes up. So all this is working together. Here we go. So, it's a little pull down as you're lifting that leg. So balance on this leg. Good, breathe. Now in theory, I think this should be a good move, but I never really got much out of it, to be honest with you. Good, 2 more here. All right, to the floor. It's a cross crunch. So we're crunching, but you're gonna reach to the opposite toe here. So here. So a little lift, shoulders coming up off the floor. Little exhale. Good. Okay. Bring it up to that plank. So you've got 4 going one way with your hands, and then 4 back. So it could be 2 steps if you want to count each one. Hips down, butt down. You can always just hold a low plank along your forearms. If you have any wrist issues, if this is not good for you. Good. All right, back to that floor here. We're going to wag the tail. Knees are up over your hips, and you're just going to reach your fingertips towards your heel. So you're kind of staying up with those shoulders. Exhale. Try not to strain your neck. Make your abs do the work here. Good. 2 more here. Good. Okay, take a little breather here. And let's roll yourself up. Bringing it up here. All right, how are we doing? here. Little lift. So one side and the other. Good. All right, rock it up. So back to that plank. We're here. By the time I get there, we'll be out of music. So we're here, 4 to the other side. So feet are a little wide here. Nice and even. Good, last set. Good. All right, wag the tail, they call this one. Knees over your hips. We're here. And reach your fingertips towards the outside heel. Shoulders are pretty much up. Exhale. Two more here. All right, we've got one last set. Let's roll it up. So, final set. So we've got the hammer. Let's do half on one leg, half on the other leg. Here we go. Lift it up here. Try to get something out of this move. Two more here. Good. Other leg up. Squeeze. Pull down. Good. All right. Cross crunch. Reach to the opposite toe. So here. Sorry, this way. Little cross. I was confusing the two moves. Good. All right, bring it up. Turn that plank. So we'll do two this way. Come back to center. And then let's do two the other way. Try to keep nice and controlled. Hips down, gut down. Good, last one. Good. All right, wag the tail. Knees up over your hips. Now we're reaching towards your heels. Good, last set. All right. So, here's our power. They call it a fancy plank. So we're in that plank. Shoulder tap, hip, hip, knee, knee. Okay, so hold that plank. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, knee, knee. So I'm going right arm leading. That's halfway. All right, I'm going to switch. Other hand coming first. Good. Try to keep nice and even. Good. Last set. Good. All right, drop those knees. Grab that final beautiful stretch here. Awesome job. Let's curl up. How we doing, you guys? That was fun. I hope you got a great workout. I enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being here. It's Great, I love Saturday mornings. All right, so little stretch coming up. All right, so here's a deep breath in. Exhale, one more deep breath. Good, and bring it to the right side here. Hips are to the front. And shift your weight to the other side. And bring it up, turn everything, bring that hand down, inch your leg back, and reach it up here. Other hand down, reach it up. And let's step that back leg in. Straight leg stretch here. Bend both knees, roll yourself up. And let's turn. Chip back, reach it up here. And bring it up. And let's step that back leg in. Straight leg stretch here. Bend both knees, roll yourself up. Good. And let's grab onto that leg. Little quad stretch. Sink into your base knee. Feels really good. Sink into it. Bring that arm across and towards you. Other arm across. And twisty, of course. Then up, squeeze into your back. And bring those arms behind you. Relax your head back. Good, deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath. Exhale. Awesome job, you guys. Woo-hoo! Yay, weekend. Thank you for joining me. This was fun. I hope you got a great workout. Have a great day. Whatever you do, be safe. And I'll be back Monday. All right, have a great day.